All right, I'm up already. Sheesh. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I have to actually start disciplining myself better and wait and like getting up early to start working on this. Just because it shows dedication to the craft, in my opinion. You know you love what you do if you're willing to actually go through a bit of uncomfortableness to get it done. And to me, like, especially for me personally, waking up early in the morning, that's quite uncomfortable. Not gonna lie. I've never been the kind of person to wake up early in the morning, but I'll gladly do so for this. So, yeah, I'm also ready to get started on this. Uh, no, I didn't actually do any meditation animation like I said I was going to in the last stream, so I don't quite know yet. I'm kind of just going with a flow for now and just, chilling at the moment. I'm also just gonna now that I got everything running, I'm gonna go ahead and organize it better. All right, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, uh, so yeah, this is honestly just a chill morning. I just want to get some animation work done while I'm up and running. So yeah, and if anybody feels like hanging out in the stream, come be my guest. I'm just getting some work done for now. I need to know where to go with this. I think I was gonna make her football tackle. Yeah, I think I was gonna do a football tackle because of where the camera angle is. So five, so that's 5, 10, 15. Okay. Uh, So when looking at it from a 30 FPS rate, it would actually be on this 60 FPS timeline. 5, 10, 15. And it's because it's 60 frames per second and not 30 frames per second. Do I want to go 20? I can go 20. Yeah, 20 is far enough. Do a little launch. 5, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, just a little launch. Eh, sometimes jank is all right. It's a Monty style. I actually can't. I'm actually gonna. What I'm probably gonna do here in a moment is render it so I can get a better visual. Cause like Blender doesn't compress. Like I'm used to MMD most of the time back in the day when it came to like most motion work. Like I remember MMD was so optimized for it with a real time engine. And then Blender is also real time, but like there's more going on than what MMD calculated. Way more. Let's see again. Actually not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's only slight jank, and I could roll with it. Drink some water real quick. If she football tech, all right. So now I got some artistic questions I gotta ask myself because when you're animating an actual story, like, and I have a lot of questions that I have to ask for this story in particular because I've been writing it for a very, very long time. Uh, for example, one example being like this character that I'm animating right now follows a they actually follow a strict code, and the situation she's in right now, she actually doesn't want to. She would actually much prefer to reason with what's going on down here rather than action and combat. But this is a parasitic situation, so it's nothing. There's no moral reasoning with a wild animal, right? So the best she can do, she's doing the best she can, right? Like, and that's because that she follows a strict code. So I'm having to answer animation questions. Like, for example, it's like if she really wanted to like try and reasonably handle this, would she still keep her weapon out when she goes for that football tackle, or would she put her weapon away and try to pin it down? I feel like she would put her weapon away and try and pin it down, and like maybe to do some type of subduing, right? But this creature is strong. Not the creature, like the parasite that attached to the poor person there. It makes use of their entire muscle reflex, so it made her even stronger, and that's why this is a problem in the first place. So the pin down won't really work per se. So like, but we're gonna go for it anyways because code reasons. Code reasons. Why not? Which means it's now time to work with this. It's the weapon hand. That's why I'm only animating it and not this hand. I'll save that for later. Right now, the point is to just get the visuals across. I'm telling interpolation to do what I just did, right? Sometimes interpolation will go the other way. You have to tell it to go this way. Like it's so weird. Watch, watch. I'll prove it. Yep. Boom. There we go. It did what it was supposed to do because I told it to. Now, if I would have just like zoop, like one, like if I would have just clicked on it and then one click rotated it that way, it probably would have made it go this way instead. So you have to tell it, hey, go this way, and but it'll do what it's told. Like all you gotta do is tell it. Okay, that's good. All I wanted to do is check that because this has got to go over here. And then usually I group the head bones with the control, like the entire root control bone. Usually, depending on what the torso's doing too, they're all a group of their own as well. Now, if this was really, this is just my personal passion project, and I'm gonna take it as easy as I want. But like if I was like, I wouldn't be doing it like this. I would have way more bone groups if I was doing it for somebody else. I'm just taking it easy though right now on my own project though. It still looks good in my opinion, so I had to do it like that because I can't get right there where I can click it and move it properly. Do I? Yeah, but later. So now I gotta figure out this problem. What I'm gonna do is create a little bit of physics-based animation, just a little bit. Gaming stream tonight, just because, like, uh, a little announcement by the way. When I have days like today that I have right now, it'll usually what I'll try to do is have it be an early morning animation stream, and then I'll do a secondary and gaming stream at night, and it'll only be gaming focused. And then the rest of the days where I'm having to do my day job until this is my until this, aka 3D animation, becomes my career. But until then, like, I have to go do a day job. So on those days when I have to go do my day job, it'll be a combination of both animation and gaming on my live streams. But when I get the free time, early morning animation, and then nighttime gaming. Hmm. So how do I want the launch? Okay, what I know for a fact that I needed. Hey, hey, hold on a sec. There's something else I'm missing. I already said the weapon goes away. Where's the cube? Uh, there's a cube I gotta find. I don't know where it's at. Oh, I gotta recreate it. That's no big deal. Yeah, no big deal at all. Let's see. Mm, I'm gonna make this easier on myself. I'm very much not an early morning person. I apologize if I'm working slow. We're gonna. I need to identify something real quick. So you see its axis right its axis pointings right here. This is X, Y, and Z axis, and where they're all pointing on the global direction. Uh, I gotta turn off real quick to detach. Uh, but I can change global to local, right? And it still looks the same. That's because I never rotated it. Now on the sword, it in her hand, it won't look like that. What this is going to tell me is where exactly to do the shape key at. All right, so the Z is going that way. I want it to come from the Z axis on the local. So that's what I'm going to make it do, come from the Z axis, which is up. So this, well, anyways, So sometimes animation has a technical issue, problem to solve. Sometimes, and you just gotta roll with it. It'll look good in the end afterwards. All right, shape keys. One, two, so you can create them. Uh, Disappear. The reason why is because I'm gonna create what's called a Boolean effect. The the Boolean modifier just allows things to like morph out of existence. It's pretty cool actually. And this is how you do it. I'm gonna turn on my rendered so I can see the cube. And then we're gonna go to shading. Turn back on rendered. And then we're gonna delete this. They search transparent. You being transparent with me? I'm gonna need you to be transparent about your answers. Notice how it's still a solid color instead of transparent. It's because of this part. You have to turn it to either alpha blend, which works all the time with this scenario, or sometimes alpha clip, which is also working with this scenario. Nice. And then you turn off the shadow. Boom. And I'm glad it's working with alpha clip, which means that it's going to be able. Alpha clip renders way better than alpha blend. Way better. Now we're going to turn on. We're going to select disappear, and we're going to select the top. And shrink it down low. Right? Good. That's all it does, because when I go back to object, boom, it looks like that. No, not this one. Constraints. Okay, copy location. All I need to do is go towards the blade. Copy rotation. Same scenario. Now it matches with it perfectly. All because I went ahead and checked the XYZ axis, like I said. Facing just directly where exactly you need it. See, just check and see. The axis tells you everything. All you gotta do is roll with it. Now, the other thing I can now show off is this. When I turn this on, now there is one minor correction I am gonna have to make, and it's the copy location. The copy rotation stays; it's not going anywhere. But copy location is gonna have to disappear because this needs to be moved back some, right? I can go to solid view and it'll give me a better idea of where I need it. Then I go back to rendered. Check. Good. That's exactly what I want. Last but not least, now that that's set up, well, not last but not least, you can go ahead and like parent it. So it'll follow it, right? Yeah. See? And you'll never see it. What was this for though? I'll show you. Now for the final step. Uh we're gonna select the sword. Hmm. No, it won't hurt it. We're gonna select Boolean. And then we're gonna change this to fast. Then we're gonna change this to cube. Select the cube. Watch the magic happen. Where'd the sword go? Hey, where'd my sword go? It's just right here. Oh, wait, wrong way. It's just right here. Now, obviously, you can do it from an opposite angle too, but with the rotation, you can just come over here to the object. Keep the rotational axis on the x axis by doing this R X X, and you can do a 180. And just move it along the Z. R X X 180. Or is that the wrong one? Yeah, that's the wrong one. Uh, R Z Z. No. R Y Y. Huh. Oh, this I know what's going on. Ah, silly me. The one time you actually do turn this off, you hit apply. Because I was like, R. There we go. Silly me. Yeah. Always check yourself, and then boom. See, there you go. Now I still have to move it back some, obviously. There you go. And when you do, it's everything's still parented, so you don't have to worry about nothing. And there you go. That's how you want to get that done for this scene. So like I said, I had already imagined that like for her to want how she's dealing with the situation, she is definitely gonna wanna she's definitely thinking about putting away her weapon and trying to subdue because like it's the best you can do to try and help out the individual that got drawn into this situation. So that's how the animation workflow is going to go from there. Like it'll get you'll start feeling emotional impact upon the fight scene now from here on out because of that. Because she doesn't necessarily want to harm anybody. All right, so 215 is good. Maybe. No, it's not. This is where we want to start that animation. We'll come to here and we'll register this. We'll go a few frames, maybe 25 frames. I would do it, give or take. And we just see what it looks like from there. I'm going to save it real quick. It's too quick. Well, turn on solid and then just push H. It doesn't do anything with the boolean. It's still too quick. Yeah, it's too quick in my opinion. Push the wrong button. There we go. I like that. I can see that. I can actually see that, and it looks good. And it looks fine. Ah, hold on. Let me read for a moment. Oh, that was kind of a bit. Let me read for a moment. Animation's hard work, man. It really is. I am eating. I am not going to say what I'm eating. Well, I can say it's chocolate. Drink some water. Okay, let's go. So where we're at right now is here. Now for the football tackle. The football tackle speed, anyways. I might, what I'll do is just boom, camera stays. They sometimes that's an animation technique to like save time, and it's also gonna help me like use up some frames here. Like I have a lot of free frames that I can use. I didn't expect that. That means the next segment is gonna have just as many free. Well, probably not. The next segment should be more like less action and more staring each other down. Should be, according to what the music segments are telling me. So, but like I just have a lot of free frames to work with here. On local, uh, 5, 10, 15, 20, according to the distance, that would be fine. Yeah, that would be fine because I'm not gonna do that. Make her actually even go there just yet. Boom. Get out of my camera. Literally, that's it. Just get out of my camera. Like, jump out of my camera. Quick. And then we'll just do the cleanup. Viewing just in case. Yeah, turn off cube. Turn on this. What we gotta do next is clean up everything else for when she jumps off this camera. Well, I need to test the speed. Is it fast enough? No, wow. Recalculate. Recalculate. I was sorely mistaken. I was sorely mistaken. Yeah, that's better. No, it doesn't have that jump, that aggressive feeling. It needs to feel aggressive. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. 266. That's all right. It can be unorganized because this is 60 frames per second, not 30. So it like sometimes it helps it to go off the 5 count every once in a while. Sometimes. Wait, don't worry about that. I did the wrong foot. Yeah, I did the wrong foot. All right, so this foot's actually supposed to be doing that, and then I need to correct this foot. Wrong foot. Wrong foot. That movie was funny. Scary movie for. Did I forget to do something important? Sure did. I do apologize. There we go. There, that should fix it. I make it easier on myself most of the time by not giving myself any. What the fuck? Anyways, I make it easier on. Sometimes I make it easier on myself by not, animating the fingers like at all. But then there are those moments where it just calls for it, where it just needs to happen, and it's about to be one of those moments. But I think I know what I did. I think I followed a certain formula on accident, but I can make it work in my favor if I go through with it, commit. I think that's what I did. And we'll just animate all the in betweens for that one later. All right, next, I want to touch up on those fingers, like I said. So I need to see when the soul disappears around 240, right? Yeah, that's good information. I want to register these frames right here, 240. Timing matters. It really does. The better you can time it, the better you can get. Uh-oh. No. There we go. I actually created these poses. Yeah. Save that for now. And then we'll just save it again because I just in case I'm weird. I like it. There's some jank here that I need to correct before we continue. Before we go on break, like you can't help but unsee. You can't help but see that. Like, how did I make this mistake? That gummit, Blender. Why would you do that to me? Okay, so I have no idea what I did here. Hmm. How did this happen? Oh, that's how that happened. Give it a little bit. Just a little bit of directional movement. Looks good. And it allowed me to kill some frames. I guess next we're gonna set up the next we're gonna do some camera work on this. So what I'll do is I'll just keep it where it's at, and then I'll do a shake as she flies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wrong thing. Camera to view wasn't turned on this whole time. Wow, that's funny. And I didn't even notice it. Do it again. That's funny. Sometimes it's early in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So I'm basically doing. How much shake does it need? Is the question. That's enough. That's literally enough. So then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 frames. Because I at least want another second to pass. Maybe that's no, the second is too long. It gives me a lot of time, but it's visually kind of not pleasing. Maybe lesser time, maybe. Yeah, perfect. Make sure the environment's accounted for while you're doing this because that's getting ready for the next camera angle. Yeah, we're good. That looks good. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, I'm even gonna go ahead and save it right there because guess what? Now we gotta. Well, I'm not going anywhere. We're not closing the stream. It's just good time for a good quick breather. So that's what we're gonna do is take a quick breath from this real quick. Whew. Animation's a lot of work. It actually is. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it's good to take breaks from now every now once in a while and observe. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna take a quick breather real quick. We'll be back here in a few minutes. So stay tuned. I said I'd be back, didn't I? Let's get right on with it because we got more work to do. I'm just not done yet. I turned this off. So yeah, I just need a little bit of a breather. So I'm trying to make a choice here. Uh, I've kind of already followed my music rule. I don't think y'all can actually hear the music. I want to test something real quick. Y'all should only be able to hear. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna test something real quick. I'm gonna actually let this music play, but OBS shouldn't be able to pick it up. Plus, look where I'm at. Nice. I'm halfway through it. Oh, oh my. Unmute. I want to unmute it. We're gonna video sequence this. Yeah. Anyways, detach. Okay, there we go. Because I gotta go back to the timeline and then attach again. So, what I want to see, did I follow my rule? Yeah, I followed my rule. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, I followed my rule. I'm gonna accept that, actually. That's good. I'm also gonna recenter my camera. It's off center. Yeah, I accidentally did that earlier. Oops. Okay, that looks good. So we're just now in the second half, basically. That's where we're at right now. So now that I've decided that my rule was followed, and we've already like committed this far into it, the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and just go through with is just get this football tackle animated per se. We did something a little bit cartoony there, just a tiny bit, and it was for timing and camera angle purposes, along with like using up some frames. So 5, 10, yeah, it'd be about 10 frames probably. The more because the less frames, the more aggressive per se. Oh, but we gotta do this though. The rotation's gotta be good. That's not a good that wasn't a good rotation to work with at all, as a matter of fact. Glad I'm doing this. Make them all turn that way. I'm wondering if I should put anime in my hashtags because this is technically anime. Technically, it's a Mani style. Well, I mean, at the same time, it's not technically anime, but it is because I am doing it cheaply. This is still what you would call cheap animation the way I'm doing it because I am taking corners every so often. I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to get it done quick. So yeah, I'm doing everything I can while still trying to like make it look good. I am a beast at that. I'm very sorry, but We sorry, but we'll do our views the hard way. Thank you though. Anyways, so she's gonna fly right into her, knock her to the ground, and like pin her down. But it's not gonna work. She's got that parasite, and it's gonna kick her off into the air. Is what I'm thinking is gonna happen. That's what I feel like I should do. The next thing we're gonna do is test the timing. Anyways, we are gonna start denying those kind of things. Like, no, we don't want that here. We don't do that. Please stop. Please stop asking me that. So, anyways, uh, timing. Yeah, that's gonna work. Video sequencer. For my sake, mute. I forgot to turn that off, and I heard that. Y'all didn't. I did. So, boom. Well, wow, 10 is what that would look like from a 30 FPS rate. Actually, it visually shows. I feel like it's either that or it's so blinding that you can't see it, which would be a little too janky. So I'm gonna leave it at that and use that like as the basis to work with. So now we're gonna do some minor corrections. That way I don't feel about it. What was I doing? Yeah. Okay. I know what I was doing. We're good. I want to give the hip bone some movement, so I'm gonna register it, and then I'm gonna lean it forward, rotate it forward. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, buddy. I was right. I was so right. Don't do it like that. Because it's facing the wrong way. What's going on here? Oh, I know what's going on here. This was never corrected for some reason. Fix this. Go ahead and move that forward. Correct this to where it's actually supposed to be. And then correct it again. This one. Kaping kapow. This character can technically fly, so I can get away with a lot of stuff. I gotta stretch. I gotta stretch. Oh, I gotta stretch. There we go. I'm trying to think when her arm should move forward, and I'm thinking it's right here at the frame 340. But at the same time, I feel like it should have been that from the get go. We're gonna do this because we need to work with the torso. We just do. I can't leave that twisted like that. See how many frames we've done skip? What a change in perspective already. Look how much cleanup I'm gonna have to do. But oh, but the good news is I didn't do any more after this to the head, so yeah, good, good. So, anyways, ooh, I just need to breathe for a moment, and then we'll get right to it. When I was first started working on this fight scene, I thought like there is a whole over 3 minute song to work with and use. But then I decided, but then I got into working into this fight scene, and I got to realizing how much more demanding it was going to be compared to what I was prepared to put into it, because there's more frames than I calculated, and than I initially thought it was going to be. Dadgummit. So like in this same scene, for example, wow, I didn't expect to have as much free as many free frames as I have. So I mean, while we was on break that one time, I actually came up with a scenario. Like it actually came clear as day to my head. So what I was thinking she was gonna do to break out of her pin quickly and efficiently is that her leg is gonna be ready to just kick at her torso here, and it'll send her back flying upwards, and then she'll use her slime thing to like grab at her as like a grappling hook and sling herself upwards towards her in the air. And that's gonna, and I think that should be enough to cover them duking it out for a brief moment with maybe one or two blows while they're in the sky, all the way until we get to the very end here where we can slow it down and actually do the next segment, at which the next segment is more slower paced and not so and actually more frame heavy. Like the poses in the next segment are going to allow me to skip more frames. Hmm. Just a little bit. I'm going to do that. No, wait, what am I doing? No, it needs more. I didn't rotate it any. But it's good, nice and good to have a building block set up and ready to go. All right, good, good. I want to save it. Good. Mm, I am going to do it like that anyways because it just kind of demands it. So all I wanted to do really was set these two up because they're going to kind of apply some momentum to the movement forward like that. Bingo, exactly like that, as a matter of fact. So we're gonna have to tell interpolation which way to go. I'll do the finger part of this animation later. It requires it, but it's gonna be a lot of work. Eat some more chocolate. We just want to make sure it's correct. All right. I actually do feel like I need another little breather because setting that up took a little bit of patience to roll with. Just a little bit. Make sure everything's right. I'm gonna fix the feet next, real quick first though. Just looking at that at the feet and I'm thinking, nope, that needs to be what? I don't get it. Did I do something for a building block? If it is, it's a pretty dadgum good idea, and I should have been paying attention. Just saying. Oh wait, no, I know what I did. It is kind of a building. It was kind of a building block in a way. I remember now because I had to rotate it. 335. Yeah, 335. There we go. I don't know what I did wrong. Um, yeah. So go ahead and just do it like that. Actually, that even makes sense too. This was on a complete accident. Very much so. Let me explain. The idea was to kind of still have her floating when she comes up and does this tackle her to the ground, but at the same time, when she falls backwards with the tackle, would her feet really be like backwards like so? Like, or would she be actually trying to actively like? Yeah, this makes more sense. This makes way more sense. So I'm gonna roll with this. Keep it up like this. Like in my opinion, this feels physically sound. Like you have to apply physics to this kind of work, and you have to and along with momentum and not just body proportions, but reflexes and how they'll work. So from like a very weird from my very weird basic understanding of physics, if she was trying to actively get this done, her feet would be just as involved in the restraint just as much as her hands. So like when it like yeah, when she's flying down towards. So we're I'm actually going to go ahead and take another quick breather, right? Because we're actually now streaming at an hour and 30 minutes while doing nothing but Blender animation. Now, doing everything I can, but like, it's bright and early in the morning. And this is my first time doing it like this, and I'm just disciplining myself. So I will be back soon. All right, so we're about I got about 20 minutes left per se, give or take. So we're gonna go ahead and like just go ahead and do what more we can in these last 20 minutes. So let's jump into that real quick. We're gonna put a pause on the Whisk character for now and put more of a focus on the other character. Oh, we're already on pose mode. We gotta go to object mode now. And then select her front bone rig. Oh look, somebody just texted me. That caught me by surprise. But anyways, next up, this should be easy enough actually. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right? Uh, pose it just a little bit. No, this way. Yeah, show there was a little bit of momentum and weight to it. And the rotation for this is going to get corrected. That's weird. Why did it do it again? I don't need it to do that. Don't do that again. We're just making minor corrections while we're at it. Wow. Good. Clear all that. Now, where in the ground is it touching? We don't want it touching the ground. There we go. That looks good. I'm gonna put the head with the wrist this time, but just this time. Oh, but I need to fix the head first. Like, there's a lot of. All right. How far back do I have to go though? Not that far back. It'll be all right. See, I knew this wouldn't be too terribly hard because, like, the movement is easy to calculate. It's not fast-paced minute action right then and there that I need to account for anymore. That part's already done now and won't come back until her next big movements. She needs to always remain looking at her though the entire time. There. And I'll leave this bone alone for now. It was like the hierarchy root bone next. Mostly because now I want to see what she should do next. Absolutely nothing. It's treason then. Ah. Anyways, yeah, right there. Right there. Still got 13 minutes left. Yeah. Well, 12 minutes left now. She wasn't on camera for a while, so she can literally stay frozen for that whole time. She never moved a muscle. Except for this. I do need to correct that. Alright, aw. Yeah, it's that frame right there. Get ready for it. Yeah, contact frame. Meaning, like, she just does this. Like, she's getting ready for something she's too late for. That's all it basically means. Oops. That was the point of that. The reason why we do it like that. That's the frame of contact. We'll even do something like this just for some keepsake. And then we'll do this. Ten. You need to see where the ground is. Ha! You mean to tell me I never worked with this bone this whole time? Well, there's first time for everything. This needs to be faster. It's always better to create the physics too to go with it. Still got the time to. Yeah, so you create the physics motion right there. There's a little bit more we can do. Yes. Yes. Just don't even rotate it. Well, I can probably do this. Here in a little bit, I'm gonna go to the shape keys and deform that her weapon into the disappear part where it completely vanishes. They're gonna exchange hands and feet for a moment instead of weapons. Like that's what my characters do. They don't just use weapons. They use their hands too if necessary. Yeah, physics. Oh well. Like this, for this one, the way you basically do this is called storyboard animation, almost in a way. But the final product won't look storyboardish at all. It won't look storyboard animation at all. Interpolation is key for this. It makes solid use of interpolation, but you have to actually manually tell interpolation what to do. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and save again because we have finally hit a point where we can stop. Yep, time to end the stream. This was a good session in my opinion, and we made it all the way through to the end. We did 2 hours of animation work, which is actually I'm happy for that in my opinion. and we'll try to aim for more in the future as we go. For the stream, tune in for tonight's gaming stream, and y'all make sure y'all have a good day and y'all stay safe out in this heat.